Okay. Are we going? Oh, we're live.
We are.
Hi. Hello. Hello, everybody. Hello.
Hello. Good morning,
Hi,
everybody.
everybody. We are
Good
like
morning.
we're a minute late. Oh my God.
You know how we are. We just get to gabbing
Mhm.
and then we forget that we have to do the things.
We're like, we have a show to do. We have a show to do.
There is a show to do. And I
Mhm.
want to just start right off because we got to get to so many things. I have tons of videos to show you guys today. And we also have to talk about Hillary Clinton potentially in another matchup against Trump. Joe, I can't. There are so many evens that I cannot.
We'll
get into
talk
that.
about that. Yes.
But first of all, this message from Susan Clark, this is from mid-November that she sent this email. And she said, I enrolled in Acre Gold today, watching inflation going out of control and our leaders wanting to get their hands on our checking and savings account. Gold looks like an excellent option, and it's a great way to have an inheritance I can pass on to my kids and grandkids, which is a great point. Excellent gifts. She says, got me some My Pillow, some Omaha steak, some gold. Now I need to check out Genucel and I'll be all set. Thank you, chicks. I start my day with the chicks and always have a great day. Keep up the fight. Keep us informed. And let's have some tiny hand fun.
Yes. Tiny hand. Here's the gold.
She does love the tiny hands. See that?
A little bit of gold.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to point to it. See that gold over there? See that there, gold? That's what you get.
Tiny hands. I need some tiny hands. Yeah, that's
I know. I'm sending you them.
Like, you guys. Yeah, that's 2.5 grams of fine gold right there.
Solid gold bar.
Grams.
That's what that is. And that's what's so awesome about Acre Gold is that it's a subscription plan where you can just contribute like $50 a month or whatever until you earn whatever the value is of that amount of gold. And then once you hit that with your $50 a month or whatever, then they send you the actual physical gold that you keep and have and hold and pass on. In the case of Susan wants to pass it on. Hold it. And you can like rub it on your face if you want. I know that's what Daisy
wear it as a necklace. I do. When we get off of here, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to rub it on my face, and I'm going to go, gold, and then I'm going to caress it and love it.
Right. That's what you do.
Call it. Yeah.
That's what you do. So you guys, if you're interested in getting in on a subscription type of plan, which is unique and I think it's super awesome, it's what drew us to Acre Gold. Just go to getacregold.com/chicks and start investing right now. It's a great supplement to whatever else you've got going on in your little financial portfolio. It's just something else to consider. I think it's super cool. Okay, tons to get to today. First of all, I randomly got this in the mail here at work. The latest issue, or maybe even not the latest issue.
Wait, what do you mean randomly? Did somebody send it to you, or
here's what's super
did it have your name? Did it have your name on it?
Yes, it has my name on it. It says "Welcome to Vogue," Miriam Weaver, and then like the station address. Can you see that? You can't see that.
Oh my God! Somebody subscribed you to Vogue.
Why would they do that?
I don't know. You know, I had a subscription. I had a subscription to Vogue years ago. And do you recall that I got rid of my subscription when they put Kanye and Kim on the front of it? Kim and Kanye, Kimye, whatever. They put them. And I was like, I'm done with this. Because it's no longer about. It used to be about fashion. It was just about fashion. And then they started getting really political. And then I remember they got on the cover and I was like, I'm just done with it. So,
if I don't know why somebody would sign me up for such a subscription. Like, are they trying to tell me that I need better fashion, or are they thinking that this is a really kind thing that I would want? Or
maybe they're being ironic. Maybe they're being ironic.
I have no idea what to make of it. No idea. So I don't. And the craziest thing is if they've sent it here, I will get this issue and then that's it, because my last day here is the 28th. So
I know. So somebody else, like the person downstairs, whoever gets the mail is now going to get congratulations.
It's such an odd thing to get, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But we do have a couple of other gifts that we're going to get to at the end of the show, because we have to thank folks for sending us some gifts, and we'll definitely get to that because they're amazing. But we have to talk right now about the fact that there are rumors once again that Hillary Clinton could run for president in 2024.
What the hell is wrong with this woman? What is wrong with her? Like, nobody wants to go to prom with you, you know? Like, it's like she just keeps trying. And then last night, I heard the rumor, there was this idea floated that Liz Cheney could be her running mate.
Yeah, no, they're talking about Biden and Liz Cheney together because they want a bipartisan ticket for the first time, even though Liz Cheney is not a Republican.
Yeah, but I don't know. Really? So Liz Cheney, but Liz Cheney could actually be her running mate. Could be Hillary's running mate.
I mean, I guess but the New York Times piece about that was a Biden Cheney match, like a Biden Cheney, because he's all been about unity, which is such bullshit given his speech in Atlanta. But I mean, that's what they're suggesting.
But if Hillary runs again, it would be the first like dual female ticket is what, that's the idea.
Can you imagine Clinton and Cheney, like just dynasty people?
Right.
Running.
Yeah, because that's the notion, right? The notion is that these two, like the two dynasties, basically, you're right. The dynasties coming in, it's like the old guard, and they're both horrendous. I mean, they're just miserable women. Miserable.
Oh my God.
And they don't have a chance in hell. And then you put that against like a DeSantis Noam or something.
Yeah, but I don't think that's going to happen because Trump is going to get in this race as much as I hate it. Thank you, Pamela. Thank you so much for the super sticker. You're way too good to us. But I feel like Trump is going to get in, and that means DeSantis won't. And then it'll be Trump and Hillary. And I don't know if I can emotionally handle that race again, especially because I think she would probably win. Because I think people are so fed up with all of this, and they're going to be like, we made a mistake with Trump, and now we made a mistake with Biden, so we're just going to do the thing we haven't tried yet. You know what I mean?
Because people are done. Because people
really
are done. Yeah, I wouldn't put it past people to do that. But I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. We have a lot of time before the 2024 race. We really do. We have a lot of time. I honestly think that Hillary could run again. But I don't know who's going to be on our ticket. I just don't know. I don't know.
I mean, she'd probably pick like Pete. You know what I mean? She'd probably grab Pete Buttigieg, and then it would be Trump, whoever. If Trump had enough sense and actually chose DeSantis as a running mate, which I don't even know if DeSantis would agree to that. But if he did, then I feel like, okay, maybe there's a chance. But I just feel like right now, Trump is such damaged goods. And so many people are irritated with him, especially after yesterday when he went after DeSantis. And you know how I felt about that. I was like, oh, no, you don't. Yeah. Don't start this friction now. It's way too early. Don't come after my man.
Yeah. And what did DeSantis tell everybody what he said? And then did DeSantis have a reply?
I haven't seen a response yet, which I think is smart on DeSantis's part. But Trump basically, he didn't name him, but everybody kind of knew it was who he was talking about. But he did an interview where he was basically saying, I've seen a whole bunch of politicians dodge the question about whether or not they've gotten a booster. And I've gotten a booster, and I believe in boosters. And people who don't admit to getting a booster are gutless cowards. And it was just very Trumpy. And I don't even know the context. Like, I don't remember the interview when and if DeSantis was asked about being boosted. I don't even know what he said or how he may or may not have dodged that question. But everyone immediately pounced and was like, Trump's going after DeSantis already. And he's saying he's a coward and gutless and all this stuff. And I was like, oh my God, here we go. This is what Trump does. I love him, but he constantly brings drama to everything.
And that is a really dumb thing to bring drama to. Especially right now with everything that's going on about boosters. I mean, like that, your base is not really enthused about, especially when it comes to boosters. Like people don't give a shit anymore about whether or not this person has a booster or that person has a booster or how many boosters you have. And if you say, I have 3 boosters, that doesn't make you Mr. Powerful Man. And it doesn't make you the big guy in the room. Like nobody cares that you have 2 boosters, 3 boosters, 8 boosters, Like
and Trump of all people should be saying it's nobody's business if I've had a booster. I'm happy to say it, but why call someone gutless for not divulging their own medical information?
That's what I'm trying to say, just not eloquently because I haven't had nearly enough coffee. But that's the thing. Like at this point, he should understand that his base, especially, and conservatives in general, want to hear somebody say, "This is not what we're about. Like, what we're about is, it doesn't matter. We don't want, like, it's my business, not your business. How what vaccines I've had, and like what my medical state is, and like what my it's none of your damn business. It's just none of your damn business." And so I can't believe that he's out there pounding his chest about boosters.
It was just one of those things where I was like, here we go again. Like, it's constant, like there's just constant drama. Like, it's circling around him like the dust around that dirty kid on the Peanuts game. You know what I mean? Like,
it's pig pen.
It's just swirling all the time.
It's pig pen, like covered in gold.
And before the idolaters come for me, I loved Trump's. I love Trump's policies. I voted for the guy twice, okay? But I'm going to criticize when it's due. And right now, it's due, okay? So, because I know people are always like, you talk so bad about Trump. Well, I don't want to have to, but he keeps doing stuff that makes me feel like, why?
And that was dumb. And frankly, if anybody else would have said it, if somebody on the left would have said that, people on the right would have been like, that was stupid. That guy sounds like a jackass. And so,
yeah, anybody on the left calling DeSantis a coward and gutless for not disclosing his booster status,
and
we would have
it. Right. If AOC would have been like, I've had 2 boosters, like, what about that guy's did what? We would have been making fun of her. So you got to be equal opportunity. You got to be like the South Park guys when it comes to these people, you know?
It's just fair. I just feel like we should be fair. And so when I try to be fair, I try to recognize the good things that Trump did. And there were an awful lot of them, an awful lot of good things.
More good things. If
it is him versus Hillary, obviously I will vote for Trump again. But man, I just want both of them to exit and let the new people in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just let the new blood in. Enough of the dynasty.
I don't think you're alone in that. I think there are a lot.
I
see
more and more that there are people that feel that way.
No, I think there are a lot of people like that, and that's why I think when you look at Hillary, you're just like, a third time. Like, what is it? That just shows how, again, how completely desperate the Democrats are. And honestly, I don't want to be a party where we have no new talent either.
Right.
I don't want to be in the same position where we're looking back and saying we want to redo. We don't want to do redos. We have plenty of people on our bench that are talented, brilliant, great people that are great leaders. We actually have leaders. We don't have just people that are idiots that are going to get up there and not do anything and not make change and have decent policies to back it up. We have good people. I mean, you guys know that we have decent people. They're already like rising to the top in our party. So, we're not them. They're digging up Hillary Clinton. That is a sign that it is bad over there.
There was a guy, what's his name? Jimmy Fallon, I think, is the guy that I was hearing on Fox and Friends when I was driving in, and he talked about this whole thing and talked about Hillary being like the fatal attraction candidate. Because remember how she did that whole, I'm going to read you the speech I would have given if I won.
Yes.
He said, he compared that to a woman like who will not leave a man alone, who says, I'm going to read you the vows that I would tell you if we were getting married. And then has the crazy like ex-girlfriend face. And it is exactly like
I know. And she's like, I will not be ignored, America. I will not be ignored.
Right. She will not.
Freak. She
will not be ignored.
And I can't believe Bill, listen, as much as I completely, like, I'm creeped out by that dude, he still has a sense of like I don't want to say what's right and wrong, because he doesn't have a sense of what's right and wrong, but he has a sense of like what is good politically. You know what I mean? Like what works and what doesn't. He's a good politician. I mean, he was always a good politician. You think he'd be like looking at her going, Hills, enough.
Well, but he's been in enough trouble with her that he's like, I'm just going to let you be you. You just do whatever you want.
Like they sleep in separate houses, but you think he would, at some point he would be like, read the room, Hills, like read it. And they're not that into you. I mean, they've said this twice.
Right.
Good Lord, woman, get a freaking clue. Like, how embarrassing.
I know. God, I know. All right. Enough about Hillary. We need to talk really quickly about the report, the consumer price report that came out yesterday, which was a complete disaster, as everybody who has been shopping and existing in the world has seen at their stores. Hi, Cash. Hi.
Wants to talk about the consumer report. Yes.
So it was up like 7% from year to year, from December to December. Just awful, absolutely awful. And so I have to show you the tweet that President Biden put out about it, because it was so like, what planet is he living on? Yeah. Look at this. Can you read this?
No.
Can you see that?
There's no way on God's green earth I can read it.
It says, today's inflation numbers show a meaningful reduction in headline inflation over last month. We're making progress in slowing the rate of price increases, but there's still more work to do. I remain focused on lowering costs for families and maintaining strong economic growth. And I'm just like,
blah,
what?
Blah, 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 blah. Yeah.
What are you saying, old man?
Well, he's not saying it. That was somebody on staff that wrote that. So it wasn't, that was somebody who just like pulled some words out and they were like, let's go ahead and put that in a tweet. And that, because he didn't say that, but here's the thing. Now I'm going to go back, because I know that we spent a little bit of time and you said some things about Trump, and I'm sure there's people out there who are super butthurt about it, you know,
man.
But to give Trump a lot of credit to build him back up again, he would have never done that. He would have actually put a tweet out, and actually the economy would have been roaring underneath him, but it would have been kicking all the ass. But the thing is, his tweet would have been from him, and that would have been great. This tweet was obviously not from Biden, because Biden has no idea where he is, let alone how to tweet, let alone he doesn't even know how to find Twitter in his phone if he, so this is the thing. So this is coming from somebody on the staff, and it's miserable. Like, it's a disaster. The economy is a disaster right now.
It's a total disaster. Quick reminder for you guys, make sure to use your discount of Chicks at mypillow.com/Chicks. 40% off the Squeezy Kitten for Technology. I'm seeing pictures in our insiders group of people who have bought them. They've been like, do I get the moccasins? Do I get the slip-ons? Some people are getting both. I highly recommend both. And they will hug your feet through this entire cold season. And they even feel good in the summertime. They're just glorious, glorious keepers.
They're great to have on. Like, you just wear them. If you're working at home, they're the greatest shoe ever. They're just your shoe, your work at home shoe.
And then you can wear them out. I'm serious, because the soles are so nice and like outsidey.
Oh my God, totally. You wear them everywhere. You can absolutely wear them. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it's 40% off for the MyPillow Squeezy Kitten for Technology slippers and mocks. 50% off mattress toppers, discounts galore on everything else. So make sure to go to mypillow.com/Chicks. Get yourself some stuff. All right. There's other things that I wanted to make sure to show you. For example, everybody, and I mean everybody, is roundly criticizing Biden's Atlanta speech. Even Al Sharpton.
Can you believe this? Can you believe it? I can't. I cannot believe he's actually doing that. I know.
I mean, it's bad when you've lost Al Sharpton.
Right.
Like that, it doesn't get worse for a Democrat than that. And so there's a lot of people that are criticizing it. One of those people is Mitch McConnell. And I thought he gave a very nice speech about it yesterday. And so I do have, let me see. Yes, I have a little bit of it. I don't want to play the whole thing because it's far too long. But I thought it was worth playing the very last part of it. Let's see if I can begin.
Are those words? Oh my God. Okay.
Disunion.
I'm going to start in about a minute. Here we go.
Okay.
Disunion. But yesterday he invoked the bloody disunion of the Civil War. The Civil War. To demonize Americans who disagree with him. He compared, listen to this, a bipartisan majority of senators to literal traitors. How profoundly unprecedented.
Mm-hmm. Snap.
What I've known, liked, and personally respected Joe Biden for many years. I did not recognize the man at the podium yesterday.
Yikes.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
That
Yeah.
was strong.
Yeah, because listen, whatever his politics have been, because he's bounced all over the place for the past 40 years, right? I mean, he could have been what McCain's running mate at one point.
Right.
Do you remember that? Because he
Yeah.
literally is all over the place. I mean, when it comes to policy, but now he's just a giant dementia-ridden puppet, is what he is.
Well,
Honestly.
Psaki was asked about all the criticism in the presser yesterday. And so I do have a clip of her being all defensive about that. I'm not going to play that whole thing either, just the last part of it, because we don't need the reporter's question. But essentially, the reporter asks her, hey, not being received very well, that whole speech. Remember how he was going to be all Mr. Unifying Pants? That's not working well. And so she, of course, invoked Trump in her response. I'll get to the right
Romney today basically said, I'll use the exact quote, that the speech yesterday that the president gave was
the country judges between Senator Romney. I think anyone would note there's a night and day difference between fomenting an insurrection based on lies totally debunked by 80 judges, including Trump-appointed ones, and election authorities across the country, and making objective, true statements, which is what the president made yesterday about the effects of a coordinated nationwide effort to undermine the constitutional right to vote. I know there has been a lot of claim of the offensive nature of the speech yesterday, which is hilarious on many levels, given how many people sat silently over the last 4 years for the former president. But I would note that in our view, and the president's view, what is far more offensive is the effort to suppress people's basic right to exercise who they want to support and who they want to elect. That's not a partisan thing, and that was why he gave such a strong speech.
Oh my God.
They're comparing what they perceive as going on at this suppression bullshit to the Emancipation Proclamation. Like that's what they're doing right now. Like these people are lunatics. I mean, it's just like this is like, it's such I can't even. I'm shocked at what's going on in our country right now, and like what they're doing they're actually taking advantage of Black people is what they're doing, and Black people across our country should be so offended by this. So completely offended. I hope that there are people out there. I hope that there are Black people that are like, I'm disgusted by what you're doing, because that's precisely what Democrats are doing. They're using them for in all of this, and
it's so insulting to assume that like a person of color cannot get ID. That's always just, I'm always just like, how offensive is that? That you're basically saying out loud, voter ID is way too hard for a Black person to get their hands on.
Precisely. Right. I mean, I'm just like, how can you not be completely offended by this?
Yeah.
It's like what was it we talked about? I think it was like a year or so ago when they used to say stuff like they can't use computers and they can't. It's I look at them and I think, how, like, shut up, you are the racists. You're the party of racism. And I can't believe that all those people behind him 2 days ago when he gave that speech weren't like, what a jerk. This guy is actually the racist. Go back and look at all the things that Joe Biden has said over the past 40 years that have been racist. He is a racist. He's the one who's racist. And so
he's behaving as though he has like this unbelievably huge majority in both houses, that he has this referendum to do all of these crazy, massive things, where really it's the most razor thin majority ever. It's not like this edict that the country has given him saying, okay, we love you so hard and we love Democrats so hard that we want you to change everything. No, everyone is just like holding on by a thread to preserve any sense of normalcy that we've had in this country. And more people voted in the last election than ever before, so they can stop bitching about suppression of votes. It makes no sense for them to say that when we've had the most turnout ever.
But by God, they have the media on their side, Mock. They have the media on their side, and man, like on the, what was it, on The View yesterday, they were just like amplifying this. they acted as if this is just a thing, you know? I mean, this is suppression and Emancipation Proclamation, and Whoopi Goldberg's out there going, I mean, I just can't, I don't know how to vote. I can't, my vote is suppressed. I mean, I'm suppressed. I mean, here I am, I'm worth gajillions of dollars. And for some reason, I don't know how to vote. Give me a break. It's like,
it's incredible.
It is incredible. Yeah.
I'm actually going to go ahead and get to some My Pillow Talks now because they are work related and not just necessarily about animals. But I wanted to play, I think I've got 3 different ones that are specifically COVID related and vaccine related that I thought were important. One is of a woman who is vaccine injured. And so there are a lot of stories like hers out there, and she just wants to be heard. And so I thought I would share that first, and then I do have a couple of fun ones. But first, here she is.
Carrie, and I have Bell's palsy from my...
She's too afraid to say it.
It was PF was the second dose that I got. I had AZ as my first. It did nothing. But when I got my second, which was PF, I got Bell's palsy. And the doctors don't know if it's going to go away because, lucky me, there's not many of us. So I've had it almost 7 months now, and I still have swelling in the front of my brain, which causes dizziness. My eye is still paralyzed, so it has to be taped shut for safety. Whether you believe me or not, this is my life. So duet me. Let me know if you have an injury.
It's just horrifying that she can't even say the words because she's afraid that that'll be taken down. Any story that goes against Fauci and all of his narratives, you can't have that, right? You can't actually talk about the fact that this is happening to people.
Yeah, and you know, and I used to do like I used to be a medical writer, and I would write stuff for SAEs, AEs, death summaries, stuff like that. I did compassionate use protocols. And so this stuff was like, people were very open about it. People would write the company and be like, this happened to me, and you document it because testing was, you know, longer than 6 months or a year. You know what I mean? I understand emergency use and stuff like that, but I mean, that's the thing, is that you would document this stuff for years and years. And so I hate that for her. I hate it for these people.
It's horrendous. Now, the other couple that I have that are COVID related are more funny, but I mean, it's still important because I love that this woman does a fantastic job just kind of highlighting how absolutely all over the place the messaging has been from this administration, from the CDC, about how to manage and go about your life with all of these restrictions and mandates and whatnot. Here we go.
You can just quarantine for 5 days, but you would still need to wear a mask.
Actually, let me rewind.
You need to quarantine 10 days, but also you don't. You can just quarantine for 5 days, but you would still need to wear a mask because you could still be contagious. But you're also not contagious at that point, and you shouldn't go to work. But if they need you, you should probably go to work. Only go to work if you don't have symptoms. But if you have symptoms, it's okay. But you should be taking tests, but also don't take a COVID test because there's not enough. But you should be taking one as much as you can because you might have COVID. But also
I love her. Oh my God, I love her. I love everything about that. It's so true. All of it's so true. So dumb.
By the way, did we mention this? I can't remember if it was on the radio or here, but did we mention the fact that in that hearing or the day before yesterday with Fauci and Walensky, that they were both wearing masks differently from each other? So Walensky, oh my God. So Walensky, the whole time, whether she was speaking into the microphone or not, she was wearing her N95 and a cloth mask over that. Fauci had on an N95 that he took off every time he was answering questions. So even the two leading authorities don't have their any consistency among how they are wearing that.
Mark's like, they don't have their shit together. Right. They don't. They don't have it together. They don't. It's so funny. My daughter-in-law, she wrote me yesterday. She's so irritated by all the stuff, all the rules changing, everything. And she's like, do you think that maybe somebody could just get up and just say, we don't know what the F we're doing?
Right.
And I was like, no, they're not going to say that. No one's ever going to, because this politicians, bureaucrats, they're never, ever going to say. She's like, they've not known what they're doing for the past 2 years. Like, somebody just needs to, she goes, and you know what, somebody needs to get up. You know, she's like super loving. She's a social worker, so she's very caring and empathetic. She's an empath for sure. And she's like, if somebody just got up and said, you know what, we've screwed up. They'd almost be forgiven. I'm like, they're never ever gonna do that. They're never gonna do it.
They won't.
Like they're gonna
victim. Like Dr. Fauci would be like, people are leaving me obscene voicemails.
They're me.
Oh my God. I don't remember why I like this one, but I know it's COVID related and I thought it was funny. So we're just gonna see together what this one was about.
One exposure times 3 PCR tests. Okay, so let me think for a second. It's 1 exposure times 3 PCR tests plus 10 days minus 5 if you're vaccinated plus 1 negative rapid antigen test. Carry the why in the name of fudgicle sticks. Are we still doing this? Okay, so let me think for a second. It's 1 exposure times 3 PCR tests plus 10 days minus 5 if you're vaccinated plus 1 negative rapid antigen test. Carry the why in the name of fudgicle sticks. Are we still doing this? Okay.
Fudgicle sticks.
Oh my God. Do you remember the video that we showed the other day of the little baby who couldn't say Pinocchio?
Camptono Baby 2. Yes.
Camptono Baby 2.0. So one of our watchers posted a TikTok, like tagged me and was like, I saw this on Chicks on the Right. And so I wanted to try it with my own kid. So here she is. Play.
P.
No.
P.
No.
Oh.
No.
Pinocchio.
There you go.
P. No.
No.
P.
No.
Oh.
No.
Pinocchio.
There you go.
That is Jay LeBlanc who tagged me in that. Isn't that great?
I love it. Oh my God, so precious.
So precious.
I missed that age.
I know.
Oh
Same. Okay. We need to show our some presents because we got some gifts. Now, here's the thing, you guys. Now that I'm getting stuff at my home address, I didn't want to like bring stuff to work only for me to just take it back home. So I took pictures, and luckily, since you got 2 of the same things, you can actually show the things.
Can show. Right.
Okay.
Okay.
Go.
All right. So the we got stuff from pamphlet some pamphlet. It's like
it's thepamphlet.net.
The pamphlet.net. Okay. So the pamphlet.net. Elizabeth Jane is the owner, publisher, and Wade John Taylor is editor, writer. And we got a bunch of these pamphlets.
So they put together like a pamphlet of historical civics information, and they do this like for free. Like they have these available for people to order. And
I can show you.
This is amazing. So it's the pamphlet.net, and they sent us like an entire catalog's worth.
Yeah.
So
sorry,
cool.
They're upside down. So there's like a ton of them in here. Like there's a ton of different issues and stuff like that. All sorts of like cool civic stuff.
Yeah,
so there's that. So thank you so much. That was very, very sweet. And then let me see if I think this is different. The magnet. We both got these magnets from Melissa. I think it's Eitel.
Mm-hmm. Or Eitel. Maybe it's Eitel.
And she's from Baytown, Texas, which I love. And this is the cutest thing. It says, your boots may be made for walking, but mine are in case I need to kick your ass. Can you guys see it? It's the cutest one. I love it. It will be like the first thing that goes on my fridge in my new house. I love it so much. So there's that. And then I got a hat from the Lakins, which I love. It says the Lone Star State. You guys see it?
Yes.
I can never have too many hats. I have the most amazing hat collection, you guys. And then I got the greatest hat I have to show you. And there's 2 more things I have here. I got this from Ashley Clem. She sent you a DeSantis shirt.
Yeah.
But this shirt, oh my God, you guys, I'm going to wear
It's
this
the greatest.
tomorrow. Can you guys see this?
So great.
I'm
So
wearing
great.
this, like, I'm wearing this out in public. People are going to be like, oh,
Oh.
yeah. Oh my God, Ashley, thank you. I love it. I love
So
it
great.
so much. Okay. And then I got from Cliffy Anderson, which was so incredibly generous. He gave me a $50 Sonic card because you guys, I already used all my Sonic cards from on my birthday because I eat Sonic like all the time. It's really obscene how much I eat Sonic. All the tater tots. Yes. So thank you, Clippy. That was very sweet. And then I think that's it here. Is there anything?
Yes, I have one more
stuff?
thing. So we got this amazing offer from Paige Burkham, whose husband does these incredible drawings of your pets. So all it takes is a photo of your pet, and then he does this incredible pencil art. It's Taylor Burkham, BURKUM.com, if you want to see his stuff and maybe order something for yourself. So my Ella dog, I sent a photo of my Ella dog, who you know is 11 and a half, and she's starting to show her age. And I opened this, I got the print yesterday, and I opened it, and like I got all weepy about it because I love her so much. And he captured her essence in this print. So I took a picture of it because I didn't want to bring it to work and chance anything happening to it. But here
oh my
is.
God.
Isn't it amazing?
Oh, Mary, that is like the most. That's Ella. I mean, it's
right?
just Ella.
It's my girl.
That is just amazing. You know what?
Oh,
and
my
I sent pictures of Cash, and I haven't gotten mine yet. And so I suspect I'll probably get mine this week.
Yeah.
And so I can't even imagine. He's laying on the floor. He's very excited about it.
I mean, it's
but yeah,
sweetest. Oh God,
it is. So when I get mine, I'll show you guys mine because I'm sure that it'll be amazing. And so that's just so remarkable. People can do that.
The people that have that kind of talent, it's just wow.
It blows me away. I wish I could do that. God, I really do.
Incredible.
So that's really cool. Thank you guys so much. The gifts are so
thank
sweet.
you to whoever got me this Vogue subscription. I don't know what to make of that, but thank you.
You can enjoy that one issue. That's great.
Yeah,
great that you can do that.
So,
there
it is.
Okay.
Oh, somebody asked me the name again. Taylor Burkham, BURKUM.com. You can check out his stuff there.
Okay, so it's a website, not an Etsy page or anything like that. It's an app. It's a website, TaylorBurkham.com. Okay.
Yep.
All right. You guys bring it in. Bring it in. I'm going low today. I'm going low.
Okay. I'm going high because I'm short.
Okay, so bringing it in. You guys have a fantastic Thursday. We'll talk to you tomorrow.